Tom Ward is our next inductee into the new class for the St. Louis Amateur Hockey Hall of Fame. This is a great story. You know, an NHL goaltender named by the name of Robert Esch ended up playing with was drafted by the Phoenix Coyotes, played for a little while then with the Philadelphia Flyers. He actually is now running a new American Hockey League team in Utica, New York. But when he played, Robert Esch was actually one of the best skaters on both the Coyotes teams that he played for and the Flyers teams, and he was a goalie. He hadn't started skating till he was 12. And by the time he was 20, he was playing in pro hockey. Well, Tom Ward didn't start skating till he was 16, and by the age of 19, was playing for a team in Brockville, Ontario, which is a Tier 2 Junior A team. So that's some pretty impressive turnaround there in 3 years. How do you do that? This is a great story. I've heard of sneaking out of the house for different reasons, but this one's great. They would go to the Midnight Madness skates up near Spanish Lake, where for $2.50 you could skate all you wanted between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. Now, it wasn't stick and puck, okay? So you were just going out there to practice skating. You want to talk about some dedication. 12 midnight to 6 a.m. for $2.50. He skated his way into a world of hockey, and now he's in the St. Louis Amateur Hockey Hall of Fame. Tom, congratulations.
Okay. Thank you, Chris. First of all, I would like to thank the Hall of Fame committee, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow inductees. I've had quite a year, first with the Hall of Fame induction, and then with being part of the SLU High School Championship this year. I've been blessed to play the game of hockey. You can't pick a better game that can teach you life lessons that you will never forget. To be successful, you have to learn how to handle the different emotions of the game, whether you are fortunate enough to know how to be a champion or whether you are learning how to accept defeat. I was fortunate enough to have people in my life that believed in me and wanted to help me. Keith Suchman was my first and only high school coach, one of the nicest people I can remember. Bob Lake, manager of Wonderland Ice Rink, gave me a job that gave me the opportunity for coaching and unlimited ice time that I otherwise would not have been able to afford. George Wade, who I can safely say got me in the best shape of my life, to mention Herb Brooks took a page out of his practice book. Some of you guys know him. I met Marty Vescovo at St. Charles Rink in 1972 at a stick and puck session. Talk about being in the right spot at the right time. Marty loved the game as much as me, and thank you, Marty, for all the teams and ice time we had together. Appreciate it. Dave Bates was the best player I'd ever seen. When I worked at Wonderland, Dave would skate with me when there was open ice, and teach me the finer points of the game, and at the same time, I had the opportunity to play with and against the best players in St. Louis at the time. Danny Papillo, Tommy Glenn, John Murray, Gary Crowder, to name a few. I left St. Louis after my senior year and ended up making the Brockville Braves Junior A Tier 2 team in Brockville, Ontario. Later that year, I came back to St. Louis to work for GM. I thought my hockey career was over, but then here comes Dave Bates and tells me about a league in Springfield, Illinois. The Springfield Kings. Talk about a life lesson. You needed to have different skills for that league. The games between Peoria Blades and the Danville Dashers are memorable. The stories that could be told. Ron Dorgan, Dave Bates, Danny and Johnny Papillo, Kent Jackson, Gary Crowder, Steve Dionetta, Dave Freeman, Kelly Plager, Bill Murray, Kevin Zufall, Steve Dow, all teammates and some opponents can tell you all about them. While playing for Springfield, I had the opportunity to play for Peoria Panthers in the IHL for a few games. That was as high as I got for hockey. Back to St. Louis to play for Marty's great team in the BHL and River City Steel in Chesterfield. I'm short on time. Tepi Sakuma, Shea Ward, Tom Clark, you guys were there when I needed you. Thank you. I would like to mention Kevin Fitzpatrick for being a great teammate and friend. I am grateful he encouraged me into coaching. Being a part of the St. Louis Championship, SLU Championship was tremendous. Seeing the transformation of the team from beginning to end was amazing. The emotion on the faces of those kids the night of the championship is something I will never forget. Thank you. I wanted to thank my mom, who isn't here with us tonight, but who is certainly with us in spirit. She was my biggest fan and cheerleader through the years. My mom always told me you could accomplish anything you want in life as long as you were willing to put forth the effort. One final thank you. Randy, I wish I could say more about how you've been a teammate, a friend, and a brother. The day you read the letter at Chesterfield about the induction into the Hall of Fame gave me a feeling of emotion that I have never felt. I was amazed, honored, and humbled. Again, thank you. And finally, I wish someday that everyone here can experience the feeling I have right now. Thank you for this moment.
Good job. Congratulations.